Today on the table I have the Delton 316M and the Delton 316A3. Price split's really weird on these. Delton runs super ultra mega sales constantly on their rifles. They'll just randomly pick a, well, it's probably not randomly, they probably have some sort of reason, but they'll pick a model number and they'll whack like $200 off the price and sell them to us. Like, when the 316M was on sale last summer, that wasn't even really last summer, like probably last fall, last winter, somewhere in that time. It was cheaper than this rifle is right now. Right now this rifle is on super ultra mega sale. Basically, if you're shopping for one of these Delton rifles, if you can't pick it up for really close to $500 or less, I would probably pass it by. Just because when they do run their sales, you don't want to pay, you know, like $650 for your rifle and then a couple of months down the road, your exact same rifle's on the shelf for $200 cheaper. You just don't want to do that. So basically, if it's on the shelf for $500 or you can haggle them down to $500, then probably go with it. If not, just pass that one by. They'll eventually pop back up, because once you start getting over that, the competitive options for these rifles, there's just too many. And what makes these great is because of what you get when they're on their super ultra mega sales. So in the back you got just the stock. It's not stamped with any manufacturer's name, but it does seem to be quality. I mean, I don't have any way to test the hardness of this plastic or anything to give you more details, but then you got your buffer tube measuring 1.15, which would be a mil-spec buffer tube. Inside these rifles, you're going to find a high shelf low receiver, so any chance of an auto sear is out of the question, and you will not be able to run an AccuWedge in these. Your bolt carriers are AR-15 bolt carriers. That's why they're cut back farther than this. If it was an M16 bolt carrier, this and this would be equal. They are staked, and the bolt carriers are chrome lined. Now you can't really see it. I'll probably roll in some photos. Now where they start to differ. With your A3, you're going to get a steel mag. It's a C Products mag. I've used these mags. I don't seem to have a problem with them. They do have anti-tilt followers. They work pretty well. With your 316M, you get a Magpul mag. Gen 3, I believe. Yes, Gen 3 Magpul mag. And you also get a rear flip-up sight. Now this is stamped Delton, but it's basically a Troy battle sight rebranded. Your barrels, you're looking at 4140 steel on both rifles, non-chrome lined. And that's where a lot of AR-15s are separated in the barrel quality. Is it a bad thing to go with the lesser steel and not chrome lined? If you're just getting into AR-15s, no. Just shoot a bunch of rounds. Don't even worry about it. Buy bimetal ammo, the cheapest ammo you can buy. In like 2,000 rounds, you'll burn up the barrel. Then you buy your high quality chrome lined barrel, which is going to run you like $200. 4150 steel. Your front sight is pinned on. Do not change these out. Keep a pinned in front sight. Like Core, for example, they just use an Allen set screw. Because of how long this is, you get a lot of leverage. You could totally hit that and shift it and then take your rifle down. Even if you want to run a scope or a red dot. A red dot you just co-witness with the front pin. A scope you won't even see this. Because of the magnification, it'll be like it's not even there. Keep your front sight pinned in. I mean, if it really bothers you that much, just cut it. Now the A3, this has an M4 style barrel. Unfortunately, you can't put a grenade launcher on these just because it's the wrong barrel length. If it was 14.5, I believe, then it would be a different story. Also, you cannot run bayonets on these because these are carbine length gas systems. In order to run a bayonet on an AR-15, it needs to be a mid-length with a 16-inch barrel, a carbine length with a 14.5, or a rifle length with a 20-inch barrel. We do actually own the 316M personally because they were literally running them that cheap. We're like, might as well take one home. The rifle shoots reliably. I did not have any problems. It's accurate. I don't know if it's quite on par with my Bushmaster, but if not, it's very close. I mean, we're running open sights, so it's really kind of hard to split the hairs and find out which rifle is different or more accurate. Check over the quality on these. We've had a couple of Deltons come through with some quality issues. The finish, it's not on this one, but anyways, the finish inside here on the bolt lug was coming off. It was rusty on the inside. Just little dings all over the rifles. A couple of them had issues with the pins not being set in right. This one is, but like the pin would hang down just a little bit. As long as you inspect your rifle really, really good, either of these two rifles, if you can score them for under 500 bucks, jump on it. Who cares about the barrel? For a rifle for under 500 bucks, if it's really that big of a deal, just burn that barrel out, get really good with the rifle, then slap on a nice chrome line barrel.
It's definitely smaller than a 1/2 inch center to center. It's maybe 3/8 of an inch in terms of the Fight Shop group. So the next time you're on an internet forum and somebody says chrome line barrels can't shoot, just ignore that person because they don't know what they're talking about. You guys saw here with a mil-spec trigger, non-free floated, and an 8-power scope. We were able to get these groups, so no doubt chrome line barrels can shoot.
They do both have heat shields underneath the handguards. And F-mark front gas blocks. The barrel twist is also different. On the 316M, this is a 1/8 twist. On the 316A3, this is a 1/9 twist. Don't buy into that twist rate is different twist rates will be more accurate. All that is so you can stabilize different bullets. Your 316M with the 1/8 twist barrel is going to be able to stabilize a longer bullet. It doesn't actually go by grain. People usually just talk about it by grain, but it's actually by length. The longer the bullet is, the faster you need to spin it. Now, my Bushmaster has a 1/9. You're not supposed to be able to stabilize 77 grain with a 1/9 barrel. My Bushmaster does. The best thing to do is just buy your rifle, buy 20 rounds of different grains, shoot it at distance, and see where it doesn't stabilize. But anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave in the comments below if you own either of these two rifles, what you think of them, if you would purchase them again,